Sometimes you just need to be straightforward. Sometimes you have to stick to your beliefs no matter what. That being said, I have to address one of those beliefs right now. Rocklock is still a dick! So when I read this chapter, I found it to be short and good. There were two events that happened in this chapter, and both of them were handled reasonably well. The first 3 quarters answered how Deku arrived to fight Chisaki, and resolves the aftermath of Mirio's battle. We also get to see Toga and Twice discussing a plan, and I'm more convinced now that they're taking the D-Quirk bullets once the fight is over. The second event shows Chisaki's final move and builds up really well for the fight taking place next chapter. This chapter exists so that the storyline can tie up loose ends and prepare everyone for the final battle. So let's do just that. The chapter begins with one last flashback that shows Deku, Eraserhead, and Night Eye preparing to go into Irie's room. The underground labyrinth is still twisted thanks to Irinaka, but since his drug is wearing off, he doesn't have the power to change the structure back. It's a simple detail, but I really love this plot structure. There wasn't once in this chapter that I thought the easy way out was being taken. The plot is pacing itself well while eliminating any doubt someone might have about a story element before we reach the next chapter. It's this kind of writing that makes me appreciate the series that much more. It makes me wish other shonen stories would try to be this consistent, and not only their own coherence, but their own story's consistency as well. Anyway, the heroes learn that Toga and Twice are there with them, and are debating that they should continue the mission. But Rocklock says to remember the mission, and urges the heroes to find Irie while the police handle the leak. The next few pages continue Rocklock's speech, and really it's a pretty good speech. It's here that we realize the arc is coming to an end. This would make me like Rocklock more, but then I remember that he existed in past chapters as an egotistical dick, so this doesn't change much. Even if you're shown to have a family and have a little faith in Deku when he makes promises, that doesn't erase the cringe from earlier. That's like if I made a few videos calling all of you scumbags and that you're unloved, and then suddenly in one of my new videos I show a picture of my wife and child, and I read off of bestspeeches.com. Your character isn't redeemed because you said one good thing. There needs to be more than that. Hopefully we get that in the future, but until then, Rocklock earns my disapproval sticker, along with Spandam, Madara Uchiha, every Quincy from Bleach, and Ultimo. We then see Toga and Twice talk about how they should have the heroes and Yakuza kill each other in order to make their jobs easier. Also because seeing Deku hurt is a turn on for Toga. I wish I had a punchline for that, but speaking of punching, we continue where last chapter left off as Deku lands a good smash against Chisaki. Eraserhead gets rid of Chisaki's quirk so that Night Eye can assess the situation and get Mirio and Irie out of there. This leads to Night Eye trembling while holding Mirio, calling him amazing. One of the nicest moments in the series for me, actually. You can feel the heartbreak. Or that's because the heartbreak everyone felt last chapter is still present. So Deku and Eraserhead charge Chisaki, but the latter screams for Chrono to wake up, as he unleashes what looks like the Z-Saber from Mega Man Zero. Or if you want a more current reference, Chrono's attack looks like one of Undyne's spears from Undertale. Chrono then states his quirk makes enemy movement slower when struck, which puts our heroes in a jam as Eraserhead's quirk is deactivated for an extended period of time, so that Chisaki can put some distance between him and Deku. The chapter then ends with one of the most insane moments in the series for me, as Chisaki destroys himself and a minion named Emoto, and then using the former's quirk to reassemble themselves in a fused state. This is interesting to say the least. Since they fused together, do they have new powers? What are the limitations? How will Deku and Eraserhead prevail? My only thought of speculation is that since Chisaki now has 4 arms and has an increase in every physical aspect, his destruction attacks have more range, variety, and speed. So in a nutshell,
I'm coming for you. No!
all in all, I again like this chapter. It really did exist to set everything up for the final battle, while also making sure to tie up previous story threads. End it all with a holy crap moment, and you have another good chapter in My Hero Academia's record. And that's pretty much what I have to say. Be sure to watch my review on the newest One Piece chapter as well. And if you came here because of that review, then congratulations, because you have earned this picture of Spider-Man. I hear if you take it to this place called the Daily Bugle, a nice guy who I think the name is J. Joanna Jameson or whatever, will take it and pay you well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see all of you legends next time. Take care.